1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins.
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of A Pitcher's Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl Nelly Nell.
And this is your Nay. What it do, boo?
That's right. And we are back after a 1 week hiatus. Yeah, we was busy, y'all. We be busy, okay? We be busy. And speaking of that, let's get into our drinks before you tell us all about your busy week. And this is a very full, I'm going to get good sleep tonight, okay? Because this is a very full glass of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
Heavy glass.
I am drinking a small glass of Moscato, of course, barefoot from Publix.
Not Public. That's how you say it when you put the pinky up. Okay. Anyway, so yes, let's just get into it because we have a lot of things to keep y'all updated on. So how was your week/weekend on the little family vacation?
Yeah, so we had a time. So yeah, our first stop was Orlando. That's where Joe's work conference was. So, we up there, what did we do? We got in the pool. We hung out with Jade and them they had like a villa that was like 10 minutes
House.
Yeah. Went over there, played cards, drank, all that good stuff. Then we went to California. There we did this.
What part of California? Tell the people what part.
It was Palm Springs, and it was very hot. They were under an excessive heat advisory. It was, I think the hottest it got when we were there was about 110 or something like that, one in the teens maybe. But it was really hot and it was humid. And it was like when the wind blew, it was hot air. Like it wasn't cool air.
I felt that before. That's crazy because I don't know if I could have took that because it's hot here in Florida, but it gets to like the 90s, but it just say feel like 110 or feel like 103. But I never been in 110 or 103 weather. That's crazy.
Palm Springs is it's like a town right before Palm Springs is called Palm Desert or something. It's literally it's a desert. And we went to Palm Springs before, but I guess we wasn't outside long enough to realize that it's pretty much a desert. So you got to drive 30 minutes to go to anywhere. But we did a bank heist theme escape room, which I was excited about. That was really, really fun.
Your bank heist. You love bank heist movies or shows, all of that. But go ahead.
I do. And then my conference was in Palm Springs. And so while I was in conference one day, Joe took the kids to this like aircraft museum where they had like old aircrafts from the military and stuff and old cars. So they had fun with that. We got in the pool a lot. It was 2 big water slides there. What else we did in Palm Springs? I think that was it. As far as outside of the conference stuff that we had to do. Like we did the welcome dinner and stuff like that. And then our last day there, because my conference on the last day on Sunday, it ended early. So we still had, our flight wasn't until 10. So we still had the whole day left. And so we just drove to LA. And we went to Santa Monica Pier. So we did that scene. We Googled Kobe Bryant, some of his murals, and we took pictures of them outside of them. We went on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I found Michael B. Jordan's star. I think, and that was pretty much it. We drove by the Netflix headquarters. I took a picture of that building, which for some reason, I thought it would be a little bit bigger, look a little better, but whatever.
Probably not, because probably a lot of their workers work from home now. Ever since COVID and everybody know they have the ability to work from home, it's like whatever. Because I was just talking to a lady today at my new job, and she was basically saying the same thing, like, because I work for a bank and I'm on the top floor, but we also on the second to the top floor. And she was like, the people on the second to the top floor moving down the ninth floor. And then she was like, but they don't even have cubicles or anything, that they just have like desks and stuff, because most of them gonna be working from home. And then I was like, yeah, they cutting costs. If y'all not gonna be here, why make it fancy? Okay, why make it fancy?
And
But
then after all of that, we had to be to the airport. I think we had to return our rental car. We had to go to the airport. But I guess the last little hoorah or hoopla was I hope I say her name correctly, but singer slash choreographer Danny Lee, or either Danny Lay, I
I
don't know.
think it's there today.
Danny Lay was on our flight, and Janae took a picture with her, and she's so pretty in person. She has a pretty smile too. She was really
Yeah.
nice about it. She didn't seem like put out, because
Or
yeah, because initially I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna ask her for no picture.
Yeah,
But
because sometimes the celebrities, especially if they're in the airport, they don't want to hear it. Like maybe if you see them out and about, but in the airport or eating food at a restaurant, I would probably not. But I remember I tried to get one with Ludacris in the airport, and his I think it's Shaka Zulu or whatever, was like, nah, he not taking pictures. I was so hurt because that's my favorite rapper, y'all. That's my favorite rapper. But let's see. So I had the house for a week to myself. I really didn't do nothing wild and crazy. I went out, finally got to see Monica for happy hour. When I saw her, I viewed more townhomes, and hopefully I'll be making an offer soon, you guys. This week I plan on making an offer on a home. So hopefully my offer gets accepted and I can move out and have my own space. Okay. And then, I saw the movie Joyride. It was so funny, Nate. Oh my God. I really like it. To me, it's a blend between, because it's like the female version of Hangover, but then also remember the movie Bridesmaids? So to me, it's like a blend of both of those movies. And it's an all Asian cast. And I knew two of them. I know one girl, the main girl is from Emily in Paris, which is that Netflix show, which is really good. And it was really funny, very raunchy and R-rated. So don't take your kids there. But if y'all need a good movie, watch Joyride. And also, speaking of movies, my upcoming weekend, I'm gonna view more houses. We going to have a dinner with Cynthia, and also I am going to see Barbie, and that's why I got on this hot pink, y'all. Y'all do you be seeing all them videos now of girls in pink saying they Barbie and all that? Because that's all now my timeline on Instagram. Maybe because so you go on somebody's Instagram page one time and the rest of your Explore page every day is about them or what they doing. So I probably went on Margot Robbie page one time or Issa Rae page one time to look at the Barbie stuff. And now everything on my Explore page is black girls and white girls dressed in literally all pink from head to toe with saying they Barbie. So I'm taking Janae and Brick to see Barbie on Saturday. So I'm excited for that. And I told them they gotta wear pink.
I don't like pink at all.
I don't, but I
That's
look
my
good in
least
it.
favorite color.
It is, but I look good in it.
But I see this pink suit that I'm gonna buy for work, so it's gonna be.
This is a part of my pink suit, but I don't go on the bottom. It's business on top and playground on the bottom. Cause I don't go on the bottom because it's hot, y'all. It's hot. But anyway, let's get into the around the league. A lot of stuff happened in the past 2 weeks. Okay. So Kobe Bryant, speaking of Kobe, y'all went to see his mural. Kobe, he was named the cover athlete of NBA 2K24, and
Because he's number 24. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know if that's the reason. But Sabrina Iosu is going to grace the WNBA edition. I know I butchered her last name. I'm sorry. Tom Brady loses a $30 million in that FTX stock. So he like bought the stock for 30 million and it's worth nothing now. It's worth nothing. Okay. So I'm sorry for Tom, but he got money. Ain't worried about that.
That's a lot of money to lose, though.
It is a lot to lose, but that's why you invest your discretionary income. You don't invest the money you need for
Well, that's
bills.
probably what's his discretionary income.
Exactly. He does nothing. So Megan Rapinoe announces that she's gonna retire at the end of the 2023 season. That's the most popular female soccer player. So she's about to retire. Jesus Aguilar knocked out Shannon Ross at UFC. And it took 17 seconds. I would have been mad if I paid for that. I'd have been mad.
What?
Yeah. Alexander Volkanovski retained the UFC featherweight title. The Spurs extended Popovich's contract for a 5-year deal worth more than $80 million. The Pirates selected LSU right-hand pitcher Paul Skenes with the #1 pick in the NBL draft, baseball draft, and he's the first pitcher taken with the top pick since 2018. So kudos to Paul. Allison Corpuz won the first U.S. Women's Open held at Pebble Beach. Detroit Pistons and Isaiah Stewart agreed to a 4-year, $60 million rookie contract extension. I think Isaiah Stewart, and I might be wrong, but I think Isaiah Stewart is the one that tried my boy LeBron James. Remember LeBron hit him in the nose and he started bleeding and he started acting like a buffoon? I believe that's Isaiah, but he got a contract extension, so kudos to him. Kamara pleaded no contest. Remember Amara Kamara? I think punched the guy in Vegas in the elevator. The Jets gonna be on Hard Knocks this season. They only gonna be on it because of Aaron Rodgers, but they don't want to be.
But wasn't they on it before though?
Yeah, with Rex Ryan. I remember, because they got on Rex Ryan because talking about he cussed too much. What y'all talking about? But yeah, Rodgers them don't want to be on it. He was like, they forced it down our throats. Like, we don't want to be on Hard Knocks, but they only doing it because Rodgers is there now. On the ESPYs, the Bills athletic training staff received the Pat Tillman Award for service for them basically helping revive Damar Hamlin. Okay, so kudos to the Bills athletic training staff. Naomi Osaka welcomes her first baby. It's a girl with rapper Corday. Kudos to them. The Jets agreed to a $96 million deal with defensive tackle Quentin Williams. $66 million is guaranteed. Marketa Vondrousova defeated Onis Jabbar in Wimbledon, and this was her first Grand Slam title, and she was the first unseeded woman single player to win the tournament. So good job. You could go from being unseeded to be on top. That's why the rankings don't matter, okay? The rankings don't matter. Anyway, LeBron James is going back to number 23. He's not going to be 6 anymore. Carlos Alcaraz won his first Wimbledon title over Novak Djokovic. And then the Titans, this is huge news. The Titans will get wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. So kudos to all that. That was a lot. There's a lot can happen in 2 weeks. This is why we can't be taking hiatuses like this. But anyway, let's get to our first story. I don't know if you heard about this, but you remember Larry Nassar? The doctor so he was a U.S. gymnast doctor who basically sexually molested all the people, all the girls, including Simone Biles, I believe. So he in prison in Florida. I don't know how he got transferred to Florida, but he got transferred to Florida. So he got stabbed in a prison altercation. Okay. So they were watching Wimbledon. Why they get TV privileges, I don't know. So they was watching Wimbledon, and he made a comment. He said, "I wish there were girls playing. Like, he don't want to see them women. He want to see girls." Which this make me think he's like literally sick in the head, because you literally sitting in prison because you sexually abused underage girls, and you still thinking about it. That means it's a mental issue now. It's a problem. Okay. So later in the day, I guess the inmate who overheard him went into his cell and stabbed him over 6 times with a manufactured weapon. Okay. So yes, this prison is in Florida. The suspect has not been formally charged yet so far. So what is your thoughts on this? Is this karma? Do jailhouse rules are they different in the jailhouse and in society? Or rules? What? Do you think he's sick in the head? Should the guy be charged?
Well, first of all, everybody knows that
Not everybody knows.
everybody knows that inmates don't like rapists or people who do anything to young kids. Everybody
Correct.
knows that. So I don't even know why he would say that. It does seem like he might be sick in the head, kind of like R. Kelly. They might suffer from the same thing, right?
Not the same thing.
Yeah. And so yeah, I don't know why he must have didn't know that there are unwritten jailhouse rules that you need to abide by. There's these bylaws that's not that they have, okay? And
Not the
before you
bylaw.
commit a crime, you need to know what these are so you don't get on the wrong side of these rules. There are rules and regulations to this, okay? But no, I don't think the guy. Well, I guess the guy should be charged because it's kind
I
of a
mean, prison, and probably for life. And this already, so what do you got to lose? But the thing is, because when I heard about this reminded me of Dahmer, because remember he got killed in prison because he was basically targeting gay and black people. So I think a black man killed him because of that. So it kind of reminded me, is that their kind of justice? Do prisoners get can they take justice in their own hands?
They do all the time, and also because also on my timeline, and I don't know why random stuff is popping up on my timeline, y'all. I don't know. Somebody must be having my phone. I don't know. But sometimes these videos from these reality jailhouse shows, be popping up on my timeline, and they be showing like these fights in prison.
Not cameras in the jail cell.
There's cameras everywhere.
See,
Yes.
this is not reality TV taking it too far now. Like with the show also Love After Lockup and all that. Like, why is there reality camp? Are they paying the prisoners? Because that's a job. Okay,
I don't think they
he
getting
gets
paid.
paid for every appearance.
I don't think they getting paid, but yeah, no, this man, he should have knew the rule. You don't, first of all, when you go in there and you committed a crime like against a child or like raping or whatever, and people normally ask when you go in there what you in for. You lie. It's not that hard to lie. Jerry Seinfeld once said it's not that hard. Just do it. And it's not a lie if you believe it. George said that. Okay, if you believe it, it's not a lie. So you
That's
lie.
true. Because you can trick your mind into believing it, and if you believe in it, and that's how people also can pass lie detector tests. Because they won't tense up or change their demeanor if they don't trick their mind to believe that it's true. So technically, I can go around
Lying?
lying and saying I identify as a Native American.
Oh my God. I can't.
Okay. I can trick my mind to think I'm a Native American. Anyway, another thing is because I asked you, is this karma for him? And speaking of karma, that made me think of, remember the story? I think we was talking about it last night when I said that my high school story when I told you that girl stole my $20, and I hope she
Yeah,
got her karma because $20 was a lot back in the day.
it
So
was.
y'all, this
It
girl,
was
she
weird.
stole me. I think I got her name right, but I'm not gonna say it. But I think I started with a K, so I'm gonna call her KK.
Yeah.
She stole my $20 out the bathroom. It must have fell out my pocket while we was in the bathroom, and I knew she was the only one there. And I was telling you last night, I hope karma got to her, and I really hope it did. Hopefully, she's not successful.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Not
is that petty? Is that petty?
it is.
Hopefully
It
she
is.
got $20 or $40 stolen from her. How about that? Hopefully she got some money stolen from her.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to look up on Facebook because maybe she's not doing well. But
Yep.
also our reunion is coming up next year. Our 2020th. If they
I
put
won't be
together
going.
something, I think I'm gonna go.
I won't be going. I didn't go to the 10th year. Well, I think
If
Emily
if
was
if
in.
the people we hung out with go, I'm going.
I'm not. I remember. I think Emily was in charge of our 10-year reunion. I believe she was, but I wasn't interested because I didn't like anybody in high school. I faked it the whole time. The only people I liked in high school was you, Jordan, Ashley, of course, because she's our sister. And those are the only two I really cared for. I mean, I really like I didn't no. Also Blair. Because
What
she was
about
like,
Naomi? Y'all was tight, I think in 10th grade or something,
"See,
11th,
that's it.
huh?
Yeah,
In theater
I
class?
think yeah, senior year theater class, we were tight, but I don't care about seeing her now. Like the only people, literally, it was only three people that I cared, and like that I still let me say that I still would care to see, and that's the three people I named.
I would
Uh,
want to see a lot of people. I just to see like how they doing and what's going on with them. And the people we hung around with, that it will be Blair Blaine,
who else? The Blair.
DJ and Eddie, which we talk to him every so
I
often.
I really love Eddie. I forgot. Yeah, put him on my list. I would like to see it.
Yeah, I think
What about Keith Smith?
oh, Cottrell, I don't know what happened to him, but I would like to see how he's
I
doing.
don't want to see Cottrell because he asked me for $100 in college and I never got it back. So I don't need to see Cottrell. But what about Keith Smith? Remember
Oh yeah,
Keith?
I've been trying to look him up on Facebook. I don't know what he's at, but yeah, he was another one. I liked him. He was cool.
Probably somewhere living in Dubai with his billions. Because he was poised to make millions at least. He probably very successful right now. So if y'all know Keith Smith, who went to Suncoast High School, class of 2004, y'all need to hit us up because we really want to talk to him and see how he's doing. But anyway, my last question on this Larry Nassar story. Do you think sexual predators or rapists should be separate in the jail? Like, should they have their own quarters? Or is that getting special treatment?
Quarters. No, I think they should be forced to go in solitary confinement the duration of their time.
Same.
Yeah, the duration of their stay, because that's the worst thing that could happen. My guy that I listen to, Mr. Ballin,
Okay.
I listened to a story today where he told me where this guy was in solitary confinement for almost 2 years, like straight. And the reason they did that is because they thought he was suicidal. They thought he was suicidal, and he had a history of mental illness. So why would they put him in there? I don't know. They didn't want him to kill himself, but why would you put somebody with a history of mental illness in
Right.
solitary confinement for almost 2 straight years? And so when he got out, so he kept asking after a while to like, when am I gonna have a hearing date? Because he was only in there because of a DUI. But
Oh
and
no.
he kept saying, when is my hearing date? Like I need to get out of here. Like I can't stay here. And so I guess his lawyer finally came after almost 2 years, and he was like, "You got to get me like at least let me get out into the population or something. I can't stay here." And the lawyer was like, "I can't really do nothing about that. We got to wait on the hearing date." So they sent him.
That's
They
crazy.
sent him to an institution, and then after 2 weeks, they sent him back to solitary confinement in the jail, and finally he was able to get out and get his hearing date. The judge dismissed all the charges. Mind you, this was just for a DUI. But they said they think the judge dismissed all the charges because of the conditions that he was put in for those almost 2 years. But also, I forgot to tell you, when he was talking to his lawyer after those 2 years or almost 2 years, and he had asked the lawyer, because he by this time I think he had got delusional or whatever, and
And
he
he was
hadn't realized that he had been in there that long. And I think he had asked him where had he been, and his lawyer was like, "You've been in solitary confinement for almost 2 years," and he didn't remember that.
that's
And then when it
unbelievable.
started to come back, that's when he was like, "You got to get me out of here. I can't go back in there."
Cause that's yeah. I don't know about solitary confinement, but yeah, they should get special treatment and be separated from. They should go to general public, and if your butt get beat, it get beat. You shouldn't be taking advantage of people that really can't defend themselves. So I don't feel sorry for him at all. Those are the jailhouse rules. Those are the rules. Rules are rules. You get beat up, you get beat up. Okay.
There are
Anyway, our
consequences.
next story, which is a funny one, but it's very interesting because I was researching it yesterday. So it's about the NBA new no flopping rule, right? So I'm gonna read you some of the stuff that the rule says, but it's a lot in it. But it says, okay, so if you try to trick the refs, it will result in a free throw for the other team starting this upcoming season. And they only doing it on a 1 year basis, like a trial basis, to see how it affect the whole league. But yeah, so when the game official calls a flop or a physical act that reasonably appears to be intended to cause the officials to call a foul on another player, the offending player will be charged with a non-unsportsmanlike technical foul, and the opposing team will get a free throw, and it can be taken by any player on the court at that time. A player would not be ejected from the game based on a flopping violation. It is possible that the officials could call both a foul and a flopping violation on the same play. So what are your thoughts on this? Is this a good rule or not? You ain't here for it.
I'm here for it because I'm tired of this ish. I'm tired of these men, these big men, grown men. I'm tired of them acting like they little boys out there on the street, like they little toddlers running around. And if they get hit, they whining. They be whining so much, like the game be still going on. They still on the other end of the court trying to get a foul. No, let's go. This is street
But
basketball at this point.
see, no. See, you talking about actual foul. Flopping is no. No. Cause I don't know. Anyway, my thing is I don't even know what to say. But the thing is, what I think is wrong, going to be wrong with this rule, and why it only may last just this 1 year trial basis, because I don't think it's going to work, is that the official get to dictate if it reasonably appears as a flop. So if one official think is a flop and another official think is not a flop, what's gonna
And they
happen? We gonna go
review
with the
it.
one that think it is a flop?
They review it, and you can see who's overacting, and who's not.
I mean, some people take acting classes, but it is what it is. Some people got to be in the next Space Jam, okay? We need actors, I mean, on the court, okay? But no, I don't think this is going to be good, but I do think, and we going to get into this right now, but I do think people that do flop a lot, if I knew I played this person's team next, like in the upcoming days, I would practice my free throw. Cause I'm like, they about to be giving us free points. Cause this man flop all the time. Okay.
There are some people that are known to flop, just like Rashad was known to get a technical, Rasheed, whatever, Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace.
He was
He was.
known for that. And there
I
are some
like
people
him.
known for flopping, and I know a few.
Okay, and that takes me to my next question. Since you trying to allude to it already, which players do you think would be the most called for flops, and why? Like, which do you think would be negatively affected? I need your top three.
Number one is LeBron James for sure. This
Well, I knew you was gonna say him, but go ahead.
Number one is LeBron James. He's a great player, of course. Stats don't lie. The numbers don't lie, y'all.
Numbers don't
But
lie.
he be flopping out there. He be flopping, and we already know he trying to get an Oscar and these films in these motion pictures that he's been featured in. Okay, we already know this. So he has practice. Okay, so
First of all, First of all, y'all think, and I think it's stuck in your head that I think because he's so big, y'all think he can't get filed. Cause it's like when he do it, it don't be flopping. He legit be getting filed. Cause I remember this one game from this past season that he got fouled right before it went into overtime, and they didn't call it. So they don't be calling fouls on him. So he do have to act a fool sometimes. He have to put on his acting skills because they think just because he big, he can't get fouled for real.
No. My next person is Chris Paul.
He's one of mine.
Because he's one of the players, and I'm gonna say this about my third person too. My third person is James Harden. He's one of the players. They're two of the players that'll be arguing with the ref on one end of the court while the game's still going on. And especially for Chris Paul, like, I don't know, for some reason I just don't like him. And I think he's so soft.
You
So
said it a plethora of times.
and I don't know why, because he's never done anything to me. But anyway, I don't like to see. I just don't understand. I don't understand the why they can't just play the game, why they have to add all the theatrics and the dramatization to it. Just play the game.
Not the dramatization, but ain't flopping a part of the game. Flopping is a part of the game.
No, it shouldn't be.
It is. Like, yeah, now they trying to change somebody's whole game plan. This is what it's doing. It's changing people's game plan. Okay.
They flop because they be going in to make a play and it don't work out how they want it. So somebody tap them and they fly across the court.
Not flying across the court, but no, I'm gonna give you my three, and you already listed two. My top one was James Harden, and it's so funny. I saw a compilation video today of his flops, and on one of them, because you know he got the beard, right?
Mm-hmm.
On one of them, this boy grazed his beard, and he put on the whole Broadway show. He put on a Broadway show, okay? And I'm like, Jay, you know that boy just touched your beard? He ain't even get close to the chin. So I think his game might be a fact there because he might get called a lot for flops. You said Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul be flopping too. And I hate him and Dwayne Wade always do the play, and they always call it for Dwayne Wade where they like bump it to the player and then shoot it up. I really hate
I
that
call
foul.
that the Kobe foul.
Kobe, like, okay, R.I.P. Kobe. But yeah, I hate that foul. That foul. I said fire. I can't say foul.
You
Foul.
keep saying
Foul.
that. I corrected
I
you.
hate that foul. See, this is how Floridians talk, and I'm back here, so I don't have to talk professional because I'm back, y'all. I'm talking like Carisha and JT. You
Don't do
see,
it.
did you listen? Speaking of JT, did you see her at the pool? I sent you the voice note she sent this girl that
I
supposed to
didn't
be
hear the
like
voice note. I saw the
Mhm.
headline, but I didn't listen to the voice note.
She went in, and you need to hear it because she told that girl up from the head to the floor. Y'all don't mess with people from the 305, okay? Because we not playing. Then we ain't got nothing to lose. We done saw it all. We done been to the bottom, and now we at the top. But my third player is your boy, Russell Westbrook, because he be flopping too, and he be crying too. Okay, so he might get negatively affected as well with this new flopping rule. But I honestly don't think it's gonna last more than this year because with the referees, and but I've seen a documentary on Netflix last year sometime where this ref got fired, and I think he did some jail time because he was like fixing the games. Y'all giving too much power to these refs now. They gonna be calling these games.
Well,
The player cussed them
they
out, and
did
then
have
they
to.
gonna call a foul against them.
Well, they did have to take a ref course, so they need some kind of power. They got a degree.
They don't need the power to call games. So if games watch, and we'll see if games are called based off of a flopping call or flopping violation, and let's say somebody get a free throw and they win by that 1 point, it's gonna be hell to pay. Okay, and hell ain't cheap. It's
Not
not cheap
and
because
it's
it
not
costs your soul.
and it's
It
not.
costs your soul. Anyway, let's get to our highlight of the week. Highlight of the week, and it is Serena and Venus Williams. So they are the first Black women to be owners of an NFL team. They have ownership stake in the Miami Dolphins. That's right, 305. They have ownership stake in the Miami Dolphins that is worth 4.6 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B, not M, okay? So kudos to Venus and Serena Williams just doing their thing. They might not be winning tennis matches no more, but they
Oh
going
my
to the
God.
NFL game. Okay.
This
Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's all for our episode for this week. Please tune in to all platforms and don't forget to watch the YouTube where all our videos are on there. Bye.
Bye.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at the Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.